Rashtrakavi Kuvempu's poem, Heaven, If You Are Not Here on This Earth. This poem is translated into English by Professor C. Naganna, who is a well-known poet, critic and translator. In this small poem, Kuvempu wanted to say, or Kuvempu addressed the heaven, asking the heaven, if you are not here on this earth, where else can you be? Yes, Kuvempu believes that heaven is here on this earth itself. And for him, heaven is not something beyond the boundaries of this world. It is right here on this earth. In order to explain that, he takes different things which are existing on this earth and which are making this earth as heaven. So whenever we think about the heaven, the picture comes to our mind is the gods, the heavenly names, or the beautiful nature like waterfalls or the gardens or the sunlight. These are the things generally we get in our picture or in our imagination about heaven. And Kuvempu says to see all these things or to experience this beauty or to experience the world called as heaven, we no need to wait for the death, and after the death we could go to heaven. So for him it is existing on this earth itself. The first stanza he says that if you cannot be the gods, you hear, we cannot be the gods, we hear about the humans. So that is why here you could see human beings can be the gods and human beings can be the heavenly names. So if we ourselves cannot be the gods, if we ourselves cannot be the heavenly names, then there can be no gods. Then there can be no heavenly names. How can we become the god or heavenly name? So by decorating or bedeck ourselves? No. So it is not like that. By having that divine qualities, if one has those divine qualities of the god or heavenly names, definitely those humans can be the gods and heavenly names on this earth. And in the second stanza, he speaks about the different elements of nature. So these are the different elements of the nature he mentions in the second and also continued in the third stanza also, which makes this earth a very beautiful and also it can be termed as heaven. So the first thing he says is the roaring stream rushing fast and also a rolling surf at the edge of the waves. And he says the tender sunshine leaves on the verdant gardens and then the gentle sun makes this earth heaven. All these things we could see on this earth itself. No need to see only in the heaven. Heaven is here on this earth itself. So the roaring streams, the rolling surf, the gentle sun, the verdant gardens, all these things in the nature we have. We human beings are, in this mechanical life, not noticing the small things or the beautiful things which are in our surroundings. We are just rushing or running towards our work and all the time we are leading the mechanical life. In this mechanical life, we do not have time to notice the small things which makes this world very beautiful. So that is why whenever we plan of the vacation or outings and all, we go to these places itself where there is a roaring stream or rolling surf or the tender sunshine falling on the verdant gardens and the gentle sun which makes this earth as heaven. So he says that all these beautiful things which makes the earth as heaven. So here you could see. And continuing, he says that in the splendor of harvest and of the moonlight, heaven lies all over. Heaven lies all over. Everywhere on this earth, if you open your eyes and notice the small things that every day holds, definitely you can find the heaven on this earth according to Kuvempu. Yes, the harvest, in the splendor of the harvest and in the moonlight, so the beauty lies. That is why, so the nature, the human beings by being gods and heavenly beings, that means having the divine qualities, the human beings having those divine qualities and also noticing those small things in our surroundings, we can definitely see the heaven on this earth. We can definitely be the gods and heavenly names, so that the earth rightly called as heaven. And continuation, he says that imbibing and spilling the song of nectar. The song of nectar is nothing but the heavenly bliss. Imbibing and spilling, imbibing, experiencing, and spilling, explaining or expressing. So experiencing the beauty, or so whatever is that greatness or the splendor in the harvest, experiencing that and also expressing that. So the quality, experiencing and expressing, this quality is of the poet. The poet can create the heaven on this earth. How can the poet create the heaven on this earth? By imbibing and spilling the song of nectar. So what is heaven? How is heaven? So how the heaven lies all over on this earth. So speaking about that, experiencing that first and expressing that to the people, the poet can create the heaven on this earth. Thus, the poet, that is Kuvempu, speaks about the power of the poet. The power of the poet, yes. So when everybody notices, everybody looks in the surrounding, everybody watching, but still only few people can experience that beauty that every day holds in our surroundings or in the nature, and those few people can express that in the form of poems. So that is why he rightly says that the poet who imbibes and spills the song of the nectar can create the heaven on this earth. And so in short, the poem Kuvempu says that heaven is not something beyond the boundaries of this world. Heaven is right here on this earth itself, having the divine qualities. The human beings can be the gods and heavenly names, and the nature in our surroundings can make this earth as heaven, and experiencing this beauty and expressing that to the others, the poet can create the heaven on this earth. Hope this short summary definitely you understand, and it will be helpful for you to attend your annual examinations.